back here at the Winter Bracket Finals at AGL Nashville. I'm Ghost Yami, joined by another commentator.
This is Walshy.
And we're hopping on here with Pulse Esports taking on Severance. They're up game 1. Obviously, we just saw them take down Haven Team Slayer, and now we're going to kick it off with Simplex CTF.
Now, this is a map that I've seen interesting start from Warriors, where they have Ninja go towards the bottom center, put some shots in the window, and then they have Ryan sprint top. So I'm interested to see how Pulse is going to go for overshield to start here. And it looks like they just have the standard strat where they just stay in window. Looks like they have 3 people overloading window and then hopefully get in the sprint, but he's shot down. And that's the strat that I was talking about that Warriors would do, where they'd send someone down low to shoot the opposite window. So I'm assuming it looks like Gabriel does have the overshield and pushing the back of the base. So that's going to set the pace of this game.
Yeah, and a big deal there is a lot of people forget that in Halo 4, when you're shot while you're sprinting, you're actually slowed down. It's a little thing called stopping power here, and what happens is you can't go as fast as you want. So when you're trying to make that, obviously that skilled jump from the front of your flag, the front of your base, over to top middle, if you get shot, you're just plain out not going to make it. It doesn't matter how well, how good of a jumper you are, it's just going to fall short.
And stop, just last second. I want to see if Pulse can continue to stop his flag, because it's right on the spot. And you know what this completely reminds me of, Eric, is Onslaught. That last little part where you have to put the flag up on there, it's just that last little death dive, because you have top gold, top purple, where they can throw grenades, finish you off, and it's such a vulnerable plant to bring it on, so you have to be completely sure that you can bring it up there, or else you can risk a flag recovery, such as what might happen here.
And funny thing you say that, Salat is actually the creator of this map. He made Onslaught here in Halo 3, and he also made now Simplex in Halo 4, as well as Station 9. Obviously in Simplex we see some of the qualities that he's exhibited in past maps, such as obviously he made Redemption, and he came out with Onslaught, and we see that front jump, and we also see those nades that we're so accustomed to seeing back in the Onslaught with the CTF days.
So yeah, he definitely has a love for some of the symmetrical maps, and he does a great job forging these maps, so we're very lucky to have him as part of our community.
Yeah, he's honestly, I've talked about him probably enough this weekend, but again, shout out to Salah. He honestly is always responding to feedback. He's very open, and he does a great job bringing these maps together and continuously updating them. He always stays by our side, so hats off to him for sticking with us.
Absolutely. And just to reiterate what's going on after this match, is we're going to have Status Quo versus Warriors, which will be playing for, the loser will be top 4, the other one will play the loser of this match. So we have these 4 teams left in this tournament. It's getting down to the wire.
Yeah, and all of these teams, they're obviously amazing teams. They're absolutely filthy this weekend. They've proven why they belong in the top 4. We saw SBR take down a number of teams, including including Pure, who's done a fair share of damage this weekend. They're a sleeper team, and to take them down, it's extremely huge. They were on a bit of a momentum boost early on, and to quell that momentum, it's a big deal.
And Munoz, you just saw how huge that was right there. He had only 1 ball left. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna beat down both these guys and challenge Ola and make Ola back down for me. That's a beat.
And watching Gabriel, it's just extremely impressive. Seeing him almost effortlessly switch from the one enemy in front of him going into the flag to the guy over on the left side of his base. He just has a knack for just natural shooting, and it's really great to watch.
Yep, and he's doing some great coverage right here. I mean, he got Ola to 1 shot, got Formal to pretty much 1.5 shots, and performs a great flank right here, catching Ola and Formal, and I like this play right here.
Stays alive.
He's just gonna run away and buy time aside. He realized right now they're grabbing his flag, and he's one of the last ones alive. So right now he is being the biggest distraction.
Come on.
Pulse knows they have to kill Gabriel before they can cap this flag. I like this. He's buying as much time as possible.
Wow.
He single-handedly got this flag stopped.
And you know what?
Basically, because he brought all the time for his teammates to come and support and shoot them from his
that's the biggest thing is a lot of people think that you need to make those last-ditch efforts to try and help out your team, but a last-ditch effort to help out your team is actually sometimes just running away. Having that extra man over at their base, causing commotion, disrupting their flow of things is huge. But on that note, I really want to hear what these guys are saying. I know they're probably going crazy over there. Pulse Esports is not one to beat down, especially in Simplex CTF, one of their best maps. So let's take it to a listen in.
They're running our flag.
Top goal, go. Yeah, you got me with rail. Top goal bridge. You last one, Gil. Oh, shit. Bottom goal. It's fine. I'm to the side. Washington on me. From the die. I got your help. Almost still one shot. They're fine right now. Fight.
I got bullets. They have rails on their side. Their window. Shoot their window.
We're not shots. I got like three dead. They're jumping to top purple right now. Top purple. I'm pushing purple. Top purple. Nice, Gil. I'm with you, Gil. They're top purple. I spawn gold. Top purple. I have 2 shots. I got 1. I'm one shot in the fight.
One shot mid P. High.
There's 2 in the fight.
One shot mid P. He's going their P side. Their P one shot.
Shoot after them. One death for them. Yeah, there's a kick off gold. And you're getting rush. They're go crushing you. I got top purple. Nice go. Top gold weak. Top gold steal shot. Their window. Native me. Their window. I traded top gold. Shoot at them. Let's go. They're flag. Purple flag. There's probably like 48-ish. Oh, 40. Let's go. Steal it. I got one.
Top gold weak. Formal. Top gold.
Yeah, I got the flag. I can't do anything. Tell me right now. Guys. Flag purple. Overshield. 10 seconds or less. Don't shoot. Go top middle map. We gotta get that overshield. 7. I got a flag on purple. 5. 4. I got the flag. We gotta go. I'm coming top middle. Eric, I'm right here, Eric. I'm with you. You don't get it. Push to the flag now. Push right to the flag. There's flag, Eric. Weak. To your left. Nice, Eric. Weak. He's really weak. Right there. Nice, Eric. On front of the base, guys. That's why we go for overshield, fellas. I'm going to purple. That's purple right now. I will kill him. Where are our last guys at? Gold. I will get him. You didn't get it, right? I'm gold. Fuck me, dude. I'll let you. I'm top purple. Hold on. I've shot my flag. Watch out on our base. Watch out middle. Watch out on their base. You got time for the touch. Hold on, stay alive. Get a touch, Eric. Get a touch. I'm going for it. Damn it. Get going, man. Top gold. Flag guys are gold. Minute for us. Stay alive. Shoot the flag guy, dude. He's out in the open. Nice. You guys hit up. Nice. He's not gonna get that. Stay alive. They're gold. Stay alive. I'm in gold. Go back to gold. I'm here.
We saw what Eric dubbed as probably the sickest overkill he has ever seen.
That was the most unbelievable play I've seen in a long time. Halo 4, obviously, it's just its infancy here, but that was just unbelievable. Snip3down is always known as a dominant player, but this guy just charged in with overshield and got an extermination with a flag and overkill. Like, come on. I mean, we're in the winter bracket finals here, and everyone is skilled.
I gotta point this out. Most importantly, they did not even cap off that. Is there any way that ambush or pulse ambush can win this game? I mean, if they can't even cap off an overkill exterm,
yeah, and that was
the flag.
Play. With an extermination, that means that all 4 players are down at the same time. So for both these folks not to capitalize on such a momentum boost like that,
I can't see them winning. Yeah. I can't see them winning Simplex flag if that sort of play happens and they can't capitalize off it. This game has to be over. I mean, that's the turning point they needed, and they weren't able to cap and continue off that.
And wow, I still can't believe what I saw. That was just damn near flawless gameplay from Snip3down. Just really, I gotta tip my hat to that.
That was absolutely incredible. Great sticky, that usage right there. Looks like you were talking about Gabriel before. I mean, we're on Proverbs stream right now, but tell me how you felt about Gabriel playing. I think he's been playing near flawless.
Gabriel, I've been familiar with him in the past. I played him in a couple consolation matches, I feel like, at MLGs. However, he's never really shown me something special. I feel like this tournament is vastly changed. The guy is just absolutely wrecking shot. His VR is near flawless. His sniping is impeccable.
His positioning.
And his positioning with his teammates, it seems like they've been working together for months.
No, it's extremely impressive. I mean, if you were to tell me before the tournament, oh yeah, dude, Severance will give ambush a run for the money, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, and that's just talking about looking on paper. I mean, we know that these guys, they give their all in the teams they're up with. They're constantly practicing in their customs, on the AGL game types, and all that kind of stuff. And it shows.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 4-0 lead, they have to mess up huge in order to lose this game. I really can't see them losing 5 caps in 5 minutes, but if there is a team that does have the possibility of doing that, it has to be Ambush.
Yeah.
They're the #1 squad here, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. They are the easily the most talented, the most naturally talented. They're the most experienced, the most coveted team here at AGL Nashville. They definitely know what they're doing, and if there is anyone that can make that comeback, it will be Pulse Esports.
Yes, and here's all they need is they see that first cap, and I really hope that Severance plays this smart and just realizes, you know what, if we ever have to, we can give up a cap. And I like this run. It's perfect. He runs it the opposite way of the flag, just like I said, and right now, Pulse has to divert their attention and separate. And right there, he makes a big mistake about trying to go for a melee on a flag guy. I mean, that's, at best case, you're going to trade because these top players, they're not going to react fast.
We almost saw it.
We almost saw an embarrassment.
Yeah, that got close there, folks.
But yes, they did make the correct play, even though Pulse ended up catching that. Severance ran the flag in the back of the base, tried to run it away, and I think it was more of a fault of whoever tried to melee the flag guy because he's the one that, should have gotten that easy kill and then possibly the stop, but instead he died and let the flag guy live.
And honestly, and what we have right now is Pulse Esports, they have their backs against the wall. We haven't seen it really all weekend. We saw Reality Check give them a run for their money, but there hasn't been any point in time where they've been down this substantial amount in an objective game. So to see them come forth and hopefully make a run here, we saw them get one flag cap. They still have 4 more to go, but once again, this is the team that could do it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I just think Severance has to play the exact same that they've been playing this whole time. Be their aggressive style, get map control, don't play defense, and I like this. They kill them on the base, and then they push out.
And right there, we saw Ola go on a frenzy, killing frenzy, another one of the most factory medals you can get in any of the Halo series. You get those 10 kills, and it's great. I mean, I can't say it enough. Ola is trying to bring it back here for the rest of the team that has Snip3down now runs the flag. We all saw what he did a second ago with the flag, so maybe he's going to pull it off again?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they're being a bit more effective getting these flag caps now. And maybe they can bring this back. Like you said, Ola was on a frenzy. That's huge. But the more important part is that they're actually getting caps off it now. And unlike that amazing play by Snip3down earlier, they weren't able to get cap off that, and that worried me.
And personally, I'd like to see what Gabriel's cooking up over there. We saw him absolutely destroying in the beginning of this game, and he's obviously got it going for him. So I want to know what's going on here. Why is the red team and Pulse Esports continuing getting these caps? Maybe Pulse Esports, they're playing the same, and SPR's just playing a little bit worse.
This could possibly be the second to last OS, assuming this is not going overtime. And great that Gabriel was ready for that. He spawned, and that's what top players do. For those of you at home wondering how you can get better, anytime you grab an overshield, anytime an opponent grabs an overshield, call out the time that they grabbed it. Try getting used to timing that, because right there, obviously by he I mean Gabriel, or his coach, kept perfect time of that. And when he was dead during the 10-second respawns during the objective games, you can plan your next move. You can plan, all right, a sniper's coming up. All right, rockets are coming up, or maybe an overshield. And that's a good time to recollect yourself and just make a move for the next power weapon.
And I don't know if you guys at home just saw, but Gabriel just played very exceptional over in the front of his base. He made sure to, put shots in for him on the right side of his base, then put shots in the guy top goal, and then, even not get shot by the guy bottom middle, and then turn around back to form him. He's just doing it all, folks. He's making sure not to get shot. Ooh, and a clutch flag stop. Let's see what happens, but sure enough, Ola ended up getting that final catch.
Ola the freak, and they're running another one. This would be the biggest choke if Severance allows them to double cap off this. All they had to do, like I said, for 5 minutes was hold them up, be aggressive, push on their side of the map, and get control and kills. They don't have to force any more flag runs. And they've allowed Pulse to cap 3 times in about 3.5 minutes.
It's getting close here, folks. We got about 1.5 minutes left in this match, and we need to see Pulse Esports. If they want to win it, they need to make a flag run sooner than later. If they don't tie it up, it's going to be extremely detrimental to the rest of the series for them.
Yes, and I cannot see Severance win the series if they somehow lose this game. That's too big of a turnaround. It just shows that Pulse would be way too strong in a squad.
Yeah, if Severance does not come back, it just shows a little bit of lack of composure here on their main stage. But at the same time, they got up 4 really quickly, so maybe
it's possibly the last OS of the game, possibly. And they need to make something with this. I want to see what Formal does. Is Formal be the one that runs it? Maybe the one that escorts the flag? How does he want to do this?
Yeah, he's obviously holding down top middle right now, doing a great job, helping out his team, making sure he's putting in as many shots as possible, not dying. And now we're going to see a push for the flag. A little bit of a questionable play here, and it's a clean, quick
tried to get out front, but was unsuccessful. Looks like Hindsight gets a last second touch, and I believe this is going to be game. Great game by Severance.
Performance by Gabriel and the rest of the Severance squad. They just went off and they gave Cole some room there to work with at the end, but eventually they pulled it out.
So all I saw at the top there was Aptitude with 3 caps. I want to see who was going huge. I would be very surprised if Gabriel didn't have some huge numbers this game.
Wow.
And guess what? I'm surprised because he went only +1.
He played extremely well. Really just helping out his team the entire time. Obviously, right now, what we're seeing is both esports, they're showing a little bit of vulnerability here. You know, they're saying, hey, listen, we lost the game to Reality Check. Now we just lost the game to Severance. Maybe we're not on top. You know?
Yeah. And it's also important to keep in mind that First Haven TS wasn't a blowout by any means. So it's not like this series has been one-sided until this game. I mean, these guys have been in it the whole time. So
Definitely.
this next match is going to be huge. And we have Dispatch Extraction.
And we saw Dispatch Extraction get really close in between Reality Check and Pulse Esports earlier in the day. It went back and forth, neck and neck, pretty much to the final point and nearly the final minute. And Pulse Esports ended up getting a couple of great grenades on that conversion by Reality Check and ended up, thwarting their efforts. But now we have Severance stepping up to the plate. We just saw them, almost dominating that last game. They showed some signs of a little bit of uneasiness and maybe just a lack of composure. But again, they pulled it out in the end.
I agree. So we're going to let these teams set up, join up this next match of Dispatch